Blacking China, Season 2, sponsored by Hayden T. Joseph, Certified Public Accountant. Visit us at advancedamericantax.com.
There's a Trinidad and Tobago embassy, and we are open for business, and any Trinidad and Tobago national who is looking for the embassy can come to Beijing. It's in Liangmachao, very close to the US Embassy. Embassy EMB Beijing at foreign.gov.tt.
你们现在就在看黑人在中国。
黑人在中国。
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 Trinidad and Tobago is a small country trying to make our mark in Beijing because we realize now China is where
Leave me alone. I just wanna.
It's where the focus of international relations is started to focus on. So we're trying to make our mark here and
I was
see
like, please leave me alone.
how can we really engage meaningfully to,
What are you saying?
benefit our country.
I can't understand your English.
That's funny.
I had the same experience in South Africa, where they had no idea. They thought it was in Africa. Like, some people have not had, I mean, of course, it's, again, the unique experience of Bantu education in South Africa. I'm talking about people in their 30s who may have experienced Bantu education where they were not taught world geography. So if your map here in China, China's the center of it, you're not going to know really about the history of the West in these small islands, these little dots that, you can't even see on a map, really, on a world map. So,
Yeah.
But since you're from like a small-ish island.
Small island, not smallish.
I mean, small is relative.
100,000 people?
Wow, that's like the population of like one
City.
no village in China. Like,
Yeah, it is. It's the population of my campus, actually, I think.
I was gonna actually say that, but I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, I think it's actually one of the other campuses, because my university is 3 campuses.
Okay.
So the other campus is the population of my campus. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, that was one thing. I know because you're in Beijing, maybe you've run into more educated people, but trying to explain where Trinidad is in Chinese, how does that conversation go?
that's a very long conversation. 美国，你知道吗? Okay, no, 不是美国，美國家. Let's see. This is where the US is. Do you know Jialebi? Do you know Caribbean? Jamaica. Not Jamaica. Jamaica. When the athletes were here, when Bolt was here, they knew Jamaica. Of course, they know Jamaica anyway, but it was much easier to say where Trinidad and Tobago is because you say Jamaica and they say Bolt. Okay, not Jamaica. Nearby. Just down from there. But otherwise, they just assume we're in Africa.
How does that go over?
Usually I say, I'm from Antigua Barbuda. They would be like, huh? I was like, Jialebi, which is Caribbean. I'll be like, actually not just my Chinese classmates, but people in general, because they always ask. And then after, they'll be like, oh, sometimes they come straight out and they say like, 非洲哪里? Like, we're in Africa. I'm like, it's not in Africa, it's in the Caribbean. They're like, I don't know. They're like, okay, do you know where Cuba is? Because everybody knows Cuba. Like, do you know where Cuba is? And they're like, oh, yes, Cuba. I'm like, yes, we're not far from Cuba. And they're like, oh, yeah, Africa. I'm like, no, not Africa. And then you're like, they know Bolt. Almost everybody knows Bolt. So it's like, 你知道波尔吗? It's like 最快, 跑最快的男人. And I'm like, Bolt, 知道的. And I'm like, okay, he's from Jamaica. 牙买加. And then like, oh, yes, Africa. Really? So it's like, no, and I have to go through the whole geography and explain, no, you know, North and South America, then, you know, in between there's like some small islands. That's the Caribbean. I'm from one of the small islands there. It's a process.
Sometimes I don't try. Sometimes I go like, oh, I'm from Mago, which is America. And then sometimes I go like, you know, I need to start putting my country on the map. So I go, I'm from Jialebi, Dominica, and you know, so, and they go like, Jida, Nimen Shua Puta Hayu. And I go like, well, sure, we don't speak, they're asking if we speak Spanish, and I go like, no, we don't speak Spanish, but we live in the same direction, and we speak English, and you know, and they go like, okay, and some people, you know, Chinese is very efficient, so they pull up their phones, and they go, you know, you think the conversation is over. 5 minutes later, they tap you, and they go like, it's there, and you go like, yes, I go like, and sometimes my friends, we just say like, we're from the middle of America, major, because as soon as they see you, sometimes you say Dominica, and they go like, Fijian, like you're an African. I go like, yes, I'm an African. I'm from, it's my roots, I'm black, but Bush, no, I don't live in Africa. I'm from Dominica, Jialebi High. It's in the middle of America, and they go like, Mago, America. It's really difficult, like studying stuff. And sometimes they have you write it down, and they just look it up on their phones. So I think now the naivety is getting less and less. Like if it was back in Nanjing though, in Nanjing they literally think everyone here black is from Africa. Shanghai is a bit better.
Funny enough, I was on the slow train for the first time some time ago, and like there were a group of them sitting around me, and they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I try to explain it again, and I'm like, they had no idea, so I had to draw out the map, like the whole world map, and I'm like, okay, this is China. This I had to write in Chinese, like, you know, North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Australia, and I'm like, this is the Caribbean, and this right here is where my island is. And they're like, oh, so far. I'm like, yes, not in Africa. It's a process.
Trinis have the best English accents in the Caribbean.
Hey, you can't hate. Can't hate the 268.